Good morning, everyone. Welcome to First Church, United Church of Christ. We're in downtown Phoenix. I'm Pastor Susan. My pronouns are she, her. And I hope you too will, as you introduce yourselves to each other, introduce yourself and also share your pronouns so that we know how to call one another not just by name, but by our preferences. It's good to be together here, gathered today inside and in the air conditioning in the midst of summer. We especially want to welcome our visitors who are here today. Whether you're here for the first time, you've been here many times. Jacqueline has a welcome bag for you. If you don't already have one, she'll come down the aisle, and if you want to put your hands, she'll come and find you. Just a little information about the church. And if you want to get to know us a little bit more, or you would like to receive the newsletter, you can leave your information on the card and put it in the offering when it goes around at that time. And just to invite all of you here to wave to those online. We recognize those who are with us virtually this morning. We're glad you're here. We hope you will greet each other in the chat online. And for those of you here physically, that you just kind of turn and smile and wave to your neighbor or the one that's furthest away from you and see if you catch their eye. Waving and acknowledging each other is also a way that we honor each other's boundaries and space. If we're not all comfortable with the nearness of people we don't know yet, or just being able to acknowledge each other's presence in this place. For those of you who are visiting the church too, we know that it's not always easy to walk into a church because you don't know what will be there. So we just hope too that you feel the warmth of God and God's people in this place, and that you feel welcomed and included today. There are a few announcements. We are back to the August selfies. So if you'd like to get your phone out, take a selfie with your neighbor if they're so willing to do so. And then the QR code there it'll go straight to Noah, and then she'll share those about. Speaking of which, Noah was not here last week, so if you send her a selfie, she'll bring that up soon. She wasn't here because she was celebrating her 50th birthday. Happy birthday, Noah. So we celebrate you, and thanks for allowing me to give a shout out to your birthday. And we're glad that you had a great time celebrating with friends during the week. A few announcements this morning. So right after our worship service, we'll have the congregational meeting. Please know that our meetings are open, so if you are a visitor, you're more than welcome to stay and remain for the meeting. All are welcome. Then on Monday nights, we're going to have a gathering to talk about faith formation. If you get the newsletter and the spotlight, you would have read Rebecca's article on Tuesday with a picture of their family, inviting others to participate in faith formation or doing the children's message. So if you'd like to see me, or if you don't have the Zoom link, you can let me know or send me an email and I'll make sure you get it. My information is on the back of the bulletin. Or for those of you online, you can just do office@phoenixucc.org. And join them. What time? I'll be here at 9:30. Stu will be around at 9:30 in the morning. We're going to have a room on the southeast wing for bikes all set up, and we hope people in the community will also join us for that as well. So, or if you have inner tubes or bike parts, bring them along. If you're already ready to decorate your bike or someone else's, bring your decorations. So join us for the start on August the 18th of Bike Coop. Pop-up choir is restarting again on August the 25th. So I already heard a voice. Somebody said, "You're in the choir." Whoever said that. Was that you, Gordon? Gordon, you're in the choir. So we're excited to have Jasmine back. Come early and 9 o'clock, practice the music, and then show up and sing it during worship. That's how pop-up choir works. We are back to making sandwiches because of Arizona School for the Arts starting school on Tuesday. Heat respite will today be our last day. We will then transition back to our pantry for lunches and toiletry items. We've had a couple of meetings. It's well organized, thanks to Carlos. We would like to extend the invitation to you to volunteer if you're available during days 9:30 to 12:30. We need some extra hands volunteering for lunches. Because of the numbers of people we have, we'd like to have 2 people on a shift rather than 1. So if you're interested, Kitty's in the front row. You can see her afterwards. Some of you have signed up through our QR code to volunteer in different ways, or just you can look at the list and see what is available on offer if you'd like to do so in that way. All of these events that you've seen are available through the newsletter, and so if you're not getting that, you can sign up on the clipboards also and say you'd like to be receiving the newsletter. So please feel at home today. Sometimes we stand during the service. If you'd rather stay seated, please feel comfortable to do so. If you need to leave and come back, please feel comfortable to do so as well. And in the back, after worship, there's coffee and water and donuts for fellowship time. And if you need it sooner than that, please go and get it. All responses of amens and ahs and sighs and the cries of people and the cries of baby are welcome here too. We're in a series called our soul's cravings, and today one of the cravings we're going to talk about is understanding. So I hope you'll come to the service hungry for understanding as our theme for today. So unfortunately, Lori is not well today, and Ruth is going to do our call to community. Thank you, Ruth. Praise songs, you can stand or you can remain seated.
Good morning. Join me responsively in the call to community. We gather today open to the wisdom that life has to offer. We come with hearts ready to grow, seeking deeper understanding. We acknowledge that we each have our own stories, experiences, and perspectives. We open our hearts to truly listen and to be heard, knowing that every voice holds value.
We long for deeper connections where mutual respect and understanding flow freely.
May we be filled with understanding so that we might live more fully and love more deeply.
We come together, willing to learn from one another
and to create a community of understanding and love. We praise the one that connects us all.
Let everything that has breath praise our God. Praise our God. Let everything that has breath praise our God. Praise in the valley, praise in the mountain. I praise when I'm sure, praise when I'm down here. I praise when I'm frightened, praise when I'm burdened. 'Cause praise is the waters my challenge is drowning. As long as I'm breathing, I've got a reason to praise our God, oh my soul. Praise our God, oh my soul. I praise when I feel it, praise when I don't. I praise 'cause I know you're still in control. My praise is a safeguard, it's more than a sound. My praise is the shout that brings Jericho down. As long as I'm breathing, I've got a reason to praise our God, oh my soul. Praise our God, oh my soul. I won't be quiet, my God is alive. How could I keep it inside? Praise our God, oh my soul. I praise 'cause you're sovereign, praise 'cause you reign, praise 'cause you rose and defeated the grave, praise 'cause you're faithful, praise 'cause you're true, praise 'cause there's nobody greater than you. I praise 'cause you're sovereign, praise 'cause you reign, praise 'cause you rose and defeated the grave, praise 'cause you're faithful, praise 'cause you're true, praise 'cause there's nobody greater than you. Praise our God, oh my soul. 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 I won't be quiet, my God is alive. How could I keep it inside? I won't be quiet, my God is alive. How could I keep it inside? I won't be quiet, my God is alive. How could I keep it inside? Praise our God, oh my soul. Let everything that has breath praise our God. Praise our God. Let everything that has breath praise our God. Praise our God. Let everything that has breath praise our God. Praise our God. Let that will be yours for all our lives. And we will be yours. We will be yours for all our lives. We will be yours.
Conocimiento y inteligencia brotan de sus labios. Confía en el Señor.
Sleep. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Hey, good morning. That's a great.
See what's at the end. What if there's
You want to drop the mic or should I? All right.
Why should I be discouraged? And why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and hope? When Jesus is my portion. God's tender words I hear, and resting on God's goodness, I lose my doubts and fears. For by the path God leadeth, but one step I may see. God's eye is on the sparrow, and I know God watches me. God's eye is on the sparrow, and I know God watches me.
About this empathy and compassion. You know it's a good book when you're reading. I am the descendant of enslaved. The professor continued until all the labels, all the description and identifiers everyone had used to describe them were removed. Well, I asked my friend what it was like to imagine having no labels. It was scary without these statements, without the stories I was told, and without the stories I told about myself. The professor invited the students to simply sit in the silence, absent of all identities, returning to the sense of self that existed just before the moment of birth. He asked the class, "Who are you now?" He left the students quietly to meditate on that question for about 10 minutes. Then he instructed everyone to slowly rewrite their identifying statements one at a time, from least important to most important, until they had reconstructed their sense of self.
Some truth tells me a different story when the life away and the ways
Things that we either self-identified or the world has self-identified about us. And we strip those away, God. We find the one that you created and that moment before birth. So today we claim our identity in you. And it takes us a lifetime to get to a place of finding your voice and trusting that we are the ones created in your image and can trust that truth about ourselves. We seek this day to lay down the burdens that we walked in with, to lay down the things we've been carrying this week, to leave them here, and to know that our story is received and heard and claimed, and it is enfolded in the God story of love and compassion and empathy. Teach us to seek your wisdom, God, and your truth for our lives. Teach us to be patient and gentle with ourselves and one another. And help us to walk in the world with a vision of they are.